So, if I told you there was a vine, a magical vine, a vine that looked tropical, gorgeous, evergreen foliage, glossy leaves, really well behaved, beautiful flowers, heavy flower set, and it was cold hardy down to 15 degrees, so you could use it in all kinds of gardens that normally wouldn't support tropicals. And I didn't tell you about it. That would be awful mean of me, wouldn't it? Well, here we go. There it is right there, my friends. That is my favorite vine that I would use on garden design all through colder locations. Because look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? There's really no vine that's any more beautiful than this vine. And you can see, look at the luxurious tropical color of the vine. So what do we have here? We have Clytostoma callistigioides. This vine is from northern Argentina, where it starts to get tropical and it transitions into Brazil. So it's native into southern Brazil. What's interesting about, let's talk about the name a little bit here. Clyto means beautiful and stoma means throat. That's a beautiful throat. Right there, Clytostoma callistigioides is a reference to another type of plant that this plant is similar looking to. But check it out. So let's talk all about it. It has this really interesting purpley new foliage right here that comes out with a purple stem. So that's really kind of pretty. Then, of course, it comes out with the new foliage is really, really lush green looking. Eventually it does harden up. We can dig in here a little bit to a darker green foliage, even darker than that ultimately from previous years. This is a vine over here on a fence vine that doesn't get any, well, actually very extremely little water, if any. I don't even know if the drip system really works in here or not anymore. As you can see, the vine, you know, it has opportunity to climb into this fig tree, and it doesn't really do it so much. It's fairly well behaved. It's kind of going up into it a little bit. We'll have to cut it back. But a lot of vines would just take over this fig tree immediately. So it's a very well behaved vine. It's sitting on a chain link fence. As you can see, chain link fences are not the prettiest things in the world. So it's really wonderful to cover them up with vines. This is a great vine amongst them, all the best. Like I said, it's one of the best vines there is, and it just happens to be cold hardy. So what else do you need to know about it? It's actually really drought tolerant for how lush it looks. One of my big things in garden design, when I would design gardens, I don't do it as much as I used to do because I'm so busy running this nursery. But when I was at the height of my days, look, there's some action right there. At the height of my days, my whole goal was to get the most amount of bang for my gallon as possible. And there were all kinds of tricks you could use. And this was a really good trick up my sleeve to get this particular vine going on people's properties. It's wonderful as an arbor cover. It works as obviously a fence cover like it does here. And growing up pretty much anything, the tendrils will grab things as they go. And then if they end up not grabbing anything, they just kind of fall off, like from last year's foliage. See, on that limb right there, or that branch, or that stem, vine. Anyway, they have fallen off from previous years. So, yeah. So it's also called the Lavender Trumpet vine. And there you go. It's pretty commonly available. We don't grow a lot of vines in the nursery. We could probably special order something like this for you if you really harass us enough. We're not too busy. But yeah, but just because I don't sell it doesn't mean I can't show you how awesome it is. All right. Clytostoma callistigioides, beautiful throat.